Hello all my lovely cameos and welcome back to my channel. My name is Violin, and whether you celebrate your day of rest on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it's time for a weekend of fun and relaxation. We're gonna pull some cards, maybe look at some messages. This is really all for fun and tasty sounds, so don't take any of this too seriously. But if you do, find any of this helpful, or you resonated with any of the messages, or even if you got some really good tingles, then I'm happy to have worked a little bit of light in your life. And this weekend, I'm going to be working with the Crystal Portal Oracle deck, as well as the Crystals Affirmations deck. I'm really super excited to really get into these. They came this past weekend, and as of this recording, and I'm really excited to work with them. Yeah, I haven't really got like much practice with them as opposed to like the Rebecca decks, as I call them. But we're gonna just shuffle these guys on up, see what we can find. How are you guys all doing? How's your week been? I know it's been kind of crazy, maybe a little bit around the world, but I hope you guys are able to find like some good things to like focus on, some fun things that you did maybe recently. I'm trying to see what I did lately. Of course, there was a concert that I mentioned last week, which was really fun. What else am I thinking of? What else is really good? I know it's been really warm, really hot in my area for the past couple of days. It's been kind of like, kind of up and down in that summer, well, summer for us, temperature. So if you guys are like feeling the summer, stay cool, drink your water, make sure you're eating well. What else can I say? What's some really good like ways like tips for keeping cool? Wet washcloths I think are really good for like if you're at home and you need just like a little bit of extra chill. Keeping a wet washcloth on like your forehead or your neck really helps. Also, looks like we're starting off with jade, which is serendipity. Really beautiful. I love these holographic cards, by the way, part of why I wanted to get them in the first place. They're also just really beautiful. Like, I really love how each of the crystals are used. And again, this is the Crystal Portal Oracle as opposed to the Crystal Affirmations deck. Where is Jade? Ooh, good luck, abundance, and harmony. So some of you are going to be coming into some good fortune maybe soon. You guys are maybe like you guys have maybe some good stuff coming your way. So maybe like you have a little windfall, you have maybe a raise or promotion, or this one is also a crystal of harmony. So maybe you feel like in your relationships you've been kind of like out of alignment lately, and so maybe this is a card of like things are starting to look up for you, like you guys are starting to get more in tune with each other. Something to think about. Also, many of you play Honkai Star Rail. It always kind of gets me how the stone hearts have to do with crystals and stuff, and I don't know that their actual people have anything to do with the meanings of the crystals, but aventurine is good luck. Jade is abundance, which makes sense. And then topaz, I forgot what topaz was. I think we have topaz somewhere in here. Actually, we might not. I don't know the meaning of topaz. I'm still learning all this stuff. I don't have everything memorized. I'm kind of going off of intuition. But yeah, it just kind of gets me. It's like, oh, okay. Another thing about like abundance is sometimes we don't always I feel like sometimes we don't always see it for what it is. Like we have a lot of things around us and sometimes we don't always recognize it. Sorry, this is bothering me. It needs to be straight. But like we might have a lot of little things, but we don't feel like they pop out to us because those are little things. Maybe we have like a lot of little things, but we don't necessarily recognize them as part of abundance because they're smaller things, and maybe just taking the time to appreciate them. Ooh, essence, pink amethyst. So this one is more about like embracing, I think, yourself. Pink Amy, as I like to call it. Connection of heart, intuition, acceptance. So this is really a card of self-love. So some of you maybe are having some issues with like accepting yourself and all the little bits and pieces of yourself that maybe you don't always like. And I find it kind of interesting that this card is like a perfume bottle, because a perfume is a mixture of a variety of notes. So we've got like the top note, the middle note, and the bottom note. And the top note is kind of like those lighter notes, those lighter scents. And then we have the middle note, which is kind of like it's a bit more, not necessarily grounded, but a bit more like fuller bodied. And then we have the bottom notes, which are more grounded, heavier notes. And I'm kind of thinking like a person is like a perfume in that we have all of our like light and bright qualities. So those are probably more positive qualities that we have. And then we have the more middle qualities that are maybe the ones that we're okay with, but maybe not necessarily are that proud of so much. And then we have those bottom qualities that are probably the things that we are maybe least proud of. So some things that we see as like our flaws, our faults, maybe some of our fears as well. But the interesting thing is that a perfume is all of its notes. So whatever's on top, followed by whatever on middle, finished off by whatever's on bottom. Maybe some of the notes are, maybe some of the scents are not ones that you would want to smell individually, but when all together you take a good sniff, it's just like really maybe invigorating or relaxing or just really, really tasty. So I think all of us are kind of perfume in that we all have different qualities. Maybe not all of them are great. We don't like them separately, but all together I think they make a beautiful and wonderful person. So yeah, really just accepting like those notes that you don't like of yourself, because all together it comes to create a person that is actually quite beautiful. And also it's okay to like not like those things, but part of being a better person is accepting those things and understanding how those things work within you as a person. So yeah, a little bit of self-love. Gonna spray some self-love on all of y'all this weekend. always good to get some clear quartz for amplifying your intentions. This one is really like a purifying crystal. Clear quartz, as many of you might know, is the master healer in many circles, and kind of one of those very basic healing crystals that you want to have in your repertoire. I've got some right here. This is actually a really cool point, and I'm going to be I'll be doing collection videos at some point, but clear quartz is one of those really good crystals that is just like great for purification and cleansing, but also really good at like amplifying everything else. So what's the guidebook? What did the guidebook say about this one? Okay, magnifying intentions and desires. So this one is also a crystal of clarity as well. Maybe you guys are having some issues like seeing the pathway before you and letting yourself like pull back for a second and like get a spot of clarity, like maybe get a different perspective, maybe look at all the things that are going on instead of just one portion of the thing. I actually recently I did a spread recently because I was called the Healing Waters deck, which the unboxing video is up on my channel. The Healing Waters deck was yelling at me to do a poll, and so I pulled 3 cards, and one of the ones I got was clear waters. So this one has to do with like clear vision and opportunity. Like you're seeing where you're seeing the full outline, like everything that's going to be at the end of what you're doing. So maybe you guys just need like a little bit of maybe like a different lens to look at what it is that's going on. Maybe you just need like a step back and get some clarity as to what is going on, and maybe it'll be easier to see through things. I'm gonna put that one out. Do you guys have any fun plans for the weekend? It's gonna be Saturday when I post this, so I'm thinking about like what day is that. Are you guys going to the beach? Are you going to like the mall? Are you gonna go see a movie? Anything like that? Anything fun that like anything fun that you're doing with the family? Aside from staying cool, I really want to go to the pool sometime this summer. Sounds like such a side tangent, but I really love the water and just swimming. And oh, hello. Hi, this is Garnet. This one is Ignite. So this one is a card of passion and kind of like letting yourself be set on fire for what it is that you want to do. So some of you, looks like passion, confidence, and vitality. So looks like some of you are on the verge of like lighting that spark that's gonna turn into a fire. Maybe you're like on the verge of starting something that you're really, really passionate about, and you're like either you're fighting hard for it or you're working hard for it, but you're just really like you're on the verge of like starting to light things up, you know what I mean? Or maybe some of you need like just a gentle like confidence boost. This is not gentle necessarily in any sense of the word, but a lighter, I think itself can be gentle in that it's a small flame, or it can be bright and fiery in that it lights up other bigger flames. but some of you just need like a little, like, need to snap that confidence on and just kind of like letting yourself be okay in striding forward in your own strength and doing what it is that you need to do. Because maybe you just need like that little nudge to get yourself going. But once you do, baby, you're gonna light up the world and it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be awesome. And I can't wait to see what you achieve with that. Like, some of you guys, you guys are little sparks of light waiting to burn into awesome infernos of all different colors, and I love to see that. Like, I love to see you guys shine bright in everything it is that you do. We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna spread these out and pick a random card. Ooh, rose quartz. Admiration. I love rose quartz. It's one of my favorites. This is one of the 2 cards that they got the message and the crystal mix up. So in the rest of these, you can see like the message is in the bold and then the crystal is in the small, and I think they got it mixed up by accident. But I don't care because it looks gorgeous and I think rose quartz is amazing. But admiration. Admiration of yourself. So you see there's like a mirror. Like, pretend you're looking at yourself in the mirror. So this goes really well with the pink amethyst that we pulled earlier, essence. So pink, rose quartz is, again, great self-love crystal. This is also a really good one of like inner peace or inner healing. So kind of going, yeah, like I said, kind of going with our pink amethyst one. Maybe some of you like have some insecurities, maybe. Like, you look in the mirror and you look at other people and you're like, dang, why can't I be like them? You know, why can't I be as pretty as them, or as smart as them, or as successful as them, or as rich as them, or as powerful as them, or something like that. Rose quartz is telling you to stop looking at other people, to find your sense of self-worth. You yourself are a beautifully crafted piece of fantabulousness. And really the only person you should be looking at for finding your own self-worth is yourself. You should not be comparing yourself to other people, because you're only going to keep getting yourself more down, because you feel like the grass is always greener on their side and not on your side, when in reality, everyone's grass is equally green, I think. And it's also got some bare patches as well. Like, everybody, maybe some people can only see like the cool things of what other people have, and they don't realize that those people also have issues as well. So I think that's why it's really harmful to compare ourselves to each other, in that kind of sense, because everybody is different. Everybody's measures of success are different. Like, for me right now, I'm just a small YouTube channel, and for me it's stunning to see, like, for example, my shorts get 100 views, or like one of my videos recently surpassed 100 views. That's huge for me. I only have like a few subscribers right now, but I feel really successful compared to like maybe the other there's tons of other big YouTubers out there with like millions of subscribers, thousands, millions, and billions of views or stuff like that. But I feel really successful because I'm doing my best to not compare to myself to them. Like, I've got it good going right now. And so just really like appreciating yourself and seeing what you have accomplished. Like maybe you haven't accomplished a lot, but you've accomplished something. And I think that's really beautiful and wonderful, and you've still got more to go. So don't sweat it. Okay? Just look at yourself in the mirror and think, I'm a beautiful person. I am loved. I am beautifully and wonderfully made. I am accepted. And I don't need to compare myself to anybody else. We're seeing a lot of self-love here, it looks like. Confidence. Ooh, we're pulling out like a bunch of my favorites today. This one is Moonstone. This one has to do with like soul nourishment. So Moonstone is a stone of personal growth. It also can help with transitions, which I kind of find amusing because Moonstone is my birthstone as an ADHDer. A lot of us struggle with transitioning from one thing to the next, and I think I've explained this in a previous video. But or maybe it was the video where I do the unboxing for these guys. That's coming out in the next few weeks, by the way, so stay tuned. Can't wait to use these guys in the next monthly reading. But yeah, so soul nourishment. Some of you guys have got some personal growth going on that you're going through or it's coming up for you, which I think is really amusing and kind of almost goes with that. The pink amethyst and the rose quartz that we pulled. We're just looking like all the self-love here today. And I think a lot of us need that after maybe you've had like a rough week or maybe even a rough day. But like I said, I want this to be a fun and relaxing place, and I think this is really on brand for what I want to do. So let's see what the guidebook has to say about Moonstone. Self-growth, emotional healing, intuition. So this one is really inviting you to, so personal growth. This one is also inviting you to tend to yourself. Because a lot of times personal growth can only happen when we allow ourselves to be nurtured and to flourish. So maybe some of you have like some maybe weeding out that you need to do. I know that like my garden could probably use a good prune every now and then, and that's kind of what the spiritual journey has been really helpful for. But maybe you feel like you need a little bit of a prune, or tending to nurturing those buds that you've got blossoming, just really taking a good look inside yourself and like feeling what might need some like gentle attention, like some little bit of TLC. What else can we get? Yeah, just letting yourself like be loved and tended to and cared for. Again, really going hand in hand. I said, I'm really impressed with what we're drawing today. I was a little bit concerned about not resonating with this deck very well because I absolutely vibe with the Rebecca decks. Like I was saying earlier, I pulled like a fantastic spread from the Healing Waters deck. Absolutely stunning. It blew my mind. I was like, this is so fitting for my circumstances right now. And as I was going through and doing the unboxing video for this, I'm like, this is really cool, but I'm not really sure that I'm like connecting with it quite well, but I'm really liking what we're coming up with here. And I know I'm reading for you guys, but I'm really feeling the connection. It really feels really good. We got some good energy going on. Let's see. We want to do some affirmations. Some time for affirmations. Kyanite. Let's do one more of these guys. So kyanite, blue kyanite, is the crystal that in this deck the card is communication. So like clearly expressing yourself, but also in a grounded way as well, because kyanite is a lower vibrational crystal, a really good protection one as well, along with like black tourmaline and black obsidian, what else, tiger's eye, and smoky quartz. But so kind of feeling like it is safe for you to express yourself, and being honest. So kind of like being basically brutally unfiltered, like taking off the filters and expressing yourself fully and completely as best as you can. I know that like in a lot of places it doesn't feel safe to do so, especially what's going on in the world right now. And I don't like to address that necessarily, but I do think it is important to like, hey, I do want to be realistic about what's going on in real life outside of these videos, but also I want it to be a safe space. So this is a safe space for you to communicate freely and honestly. And it looks like maybe some of you guys are having either some issues with that, or maybe you want to, but you don't know where to start. And I also like sometimes have like I get some nerves sometimes when I want to say something to like people that are within my immediate circle, because I don't know how it will be taken, or I have an idea of how it will be taken, and I don't feel like it will be taken well if I am totally unfiltered. And so I think this is also a reminder to myself to just say what it is that I am truly thinking and truly feeling. And I feel like doing that will be really helpful for starting to work through, maybe you have like some issues but you haven't been like completely and fully communicating your intentions, and maybe you need support but you're not getting the support. I feel this one really well, pretty well. And so having that courage to say what you truly think, and maybe you are surrounded by people that are, maybe initially they won't be terribly happy with what you're saying, but by working through whatever it is that you need to communicate about, you guys can come to a consensus. Maybe other people, for you, it feels like that's not viable or feasible, or it's not safe again. And I think it's really important to like find somebody that you can truthfully and honestly communicate with, and just let your feelings be expressed, because that's so much healthier than keeping it cooped up. It's really not healthy to keep everything inside. And actually, I'm studying Reiki right now, Reiki healing, and those kinds of things manifest as like mental blocks or like physical and emotional blocks in your energy, and can cause issues. So finding some place you can freely and truly express yourself, and letting those be cleared. Okay, so we're gonna do some affirmations. Fun stuff. I have not shuffled the affirmations deck because the idea was for the monthly videos I would have them in order so that they would be easy to pick out whichever affirmations that would correspond to the cards that I pulled. Now, it's interesting that not all the affirmation cards correspond with the Crystal Portal Oracle cards. There's like 5 cards that the affirmations deck has that the oracle doesn't have, and 10 cards that the oracle has that the affirmations don't have. So I'm gonna shuffle. I was gonna make a video with these guys. I'm gonna shuffle this up, and don't worry, I'll unshuffle it when I'm done with this video. But I'm gonna shuffle these up for now, and we're gonna see what we get. If we get like anything close to what we just pulled, I will be very amused, and also the cards are yelling at us. Also, I find the feel of these cards really interesting because they definitely have a different feel as opposed to like the Rebecca cards. Come here. I had something I was gonna say, and then it completely like slipped my mind. When I was trying to shuffle up the Portal Oracle, I kept getting like sections, just full-on sections where it was not shuffled up, like the cards were still in order, and I was like, what is this? You guys. Let me see if I can do I've been kind of a little bit practicing this, and I'm not very good at it, as you can tell, but we trying. It's okay to try things here. And sometimes they kind of work. As long as we get good sounds. Yeah, it would be interesting to see if we get like either the same crystals that we pulled, or if we get any like different ones, but still within the themes that we were looking at. The one thing I like about the Crystal Portal Oracle cards that I'll also say in the unboxing video is that the cards are numbered. Oh, that did not do what I wanted it to at all. The cards are numbered in the Crystal Portal Oracle, so it makes putting them, unshuffling them much easier. Also, really in love with like the lenticular, or not lenticular, but like the holographic edges of these decks. I just really love the aesthetic of these decks. They're definitely different from the Rebecca ones, but I think different is good. That did not do what I wanted it to at all. Oh, that was better. Cool. You guys, I'm so excited to be learning Reiki because I really enjoy like the Reiki videos that Empowered Crystals, for example, has on her channel. And I think it's just really cool, like, the idea of, like, sending healing energy. I want my channel to be a safe space for you guys. And so just, like, and also, like, a place of healing as well. I want to help people with my channel, so I think that's just, like, a really cool way of doing it. Look at that! Look at that, you guys! It's pink amethyst again! We're really resonating with this deck. Oh my god. We're just, like, we're in our self-love era. We're in our loving ourselves era. Pink amethyst. I intuitively choose to lead my journey with clarity and grace. So some of the affirmations might be a slightly bit different from the interpretations on the Portal Oracle, but where is our pink Ami? Essence. Letting your essence shine with clarity and grace. I'm loving that. I'm really loving that, you guys. This is just making me... I love this. I love the synchronicities. It's just so fun. I just absolutely adore when things, like, line up like that. It's so exciting, and it's part of what makes this journey feel so good. And real, too. It's like, oh, this is actually happening. What are you doing there? Ooh, rhodonite. Awesome. I trust the process. I'm ready to move on to what the universe has in store for me. Love it. So I think rhodonite is another, like, self-love crystal. It's a love crystal. Kind of has to do with, like, compassion and stuff. Let me find the guidebook for this one. I love these card boxes, by the way. Just all of my card deck boxes are just so tasty sound-wise. Like, this doesn't have anything in it, and I'm just, Oh, and the back of this is really cute, too. I didn't show it in the video, but it's, like, talking about the properties of crystals through the corresponding affirmations. And there's also a healing guide. Oops, that was the healing guide. Oh, crud. I forgot. I was videoing card shorts, and I forgot to put these back. Oops. Let me just... Okay, that is the correct way. Oh, that's helpful. Okay, so the moon, when it's facing like this way, that's when the cards are the right way up. That is very helpful for me. Literally, I'm so shocked we got the pink amethyst. Both pink amethyst. Like I said, the cards are yelling at us. Self-love time. Pink is rhodonite. Compassion, forgiveness, and stabilizing. Because if I recall correctly, rhodonite has, like, black tourmaline in it. Like, I've got a pink rhodonite tower right here, and as you can see, it's got like that black webbing in it, and also it's got some clear quartz in it as well. So this is like a rhodonite clear quartz tourmaline, black tourmaline tower. But most pink rhodonite, I think, it grows alongside like black tourmaline and stuff like that. So finding, like, stability in loving yourself, because I think, like, when you haven't quite fully accepted all of the qualities that make you, then you might have, like, identity issues. And I'm really thinking of K-pop Demon Hunters. I know it came out like a few weeks ago, but the message was really good and also perfectly lines up with what we're seeing here. But when you don't love yourself, you don't have like a stable sense of identity, I think. Maybe you like make up new things to cover for what it is that you're hiding. And I think by loving and accepting all of who you are, you finally become grounded and stabilized into who you are as a person. So, yeah, I trust the process. I'm ready to move on to what the universe has in store for me. I think this is really, really great advice to go along with the cards that we've pulled so far. And if you guys have like any favorite crystals or even just favorite kinds of rocks, feel free to comment them in the comment section below. I'd kind of like to see like people's different favorite rocks. If you don't have a favorite rock, that is totally okay. Just say one that you feel like resonates with you or something, and we'll see. I kind of want to see if I can find like affirmations for you guys. Ooh, Chrysocolla. I speak and express myself naturally from an open heart to strengthen my relationships. Okay, so this goes really well with the kyanite we pulled earlier. We're just getting all the good. We're loving ourselves and we're expressing ourselves this weekend. I really love that. Chrysocolla is actually not in the Oracle, which makes me sad because this is actually a pretty cool stone. I don't know that much about it, but it is going to be featured in Ethan Lazarini's crystals for a mid-year reset video, which is coming out, I don't know when. Hasn't come out as of this recording, but apparently it's good for a really good mid-year reset. And I'm looking up the guidebook. Yeah, communication, expression, and harmony. So again, another good communication stone, probably goes really well with your throat chakra. Sorry, sometimes I speak really fast, you guys, and then I have trouble enunciating. It's an ADHD thing, I think. But yeah. So again, yeah, I think goes really well with the kyanite. I think this one is a bit of a higher vibe crystal, so these two in connection with each other. There is a kyanite card. There is a kyanite affirmation in here somewhere, but I think the Chrysocolla goes really well with the kyanite card that we pulled. So yeah, expressing yourself naturally from an open heart. I think that's what's really important, is opening your heart. Not just like expressing yourself completely unfiltered, but also being ready to accept and receive what the other people have to say as well. Because I think a lot of times when we're trying to communicate, we're trying to get our views across, and maybe not necessarily always taking in the views of the other person that you're trying to communicate with. And I think that's so important, that we listen to each other and that we hear what they're saying, that we're understanding and accepting it instead of just trying to get our own point across. I think that's kind of what a lot of us fail to do nowadays, is listening to others and reorienting according to what information they present. So I think, again, yeah, really helpful to open your heart and understand what the other person has to say as well, because I think by being open-minded and open-hearted and understanding, we can come to better conclusions and healthier relationships as well. And you'll forgive me if this is a little longer video today, but we're having fun. We're really feeling the energy. We're really feeling the crystal and the healing and the card energy. It's just good stuff. Why is this one peeking out? What are you? Ruby! I thrive in everything I set out to accomplish and live my life with enthusiasm. So this one actually kind of goes with the Garnet Oracle card we pulled earlier. There is an actual Ruby card in the Crystal Portal Oracle, but this kind of goes with living your life with vibrance and confidence. Ruby is a card of vitality, accomplishing goals, and enthusiasm. So having that confidence and that energy to really do what it is that you want to do. I think we're gonna pull one more card today. What are we thinking, you guys? One more card. It's getting a bit on to time. And the actual timer is telling me a different number than what will be in the video because I had to cut some stuff out. Just like some camera stability shenanigans. Cutting the deck. Ooh, Peridot. My good fortune is a result of my positive thoughts and actions. Let me see. I feel like this goes really well with the Jade, the serendipity. We're just like really feeling the vibes, the connection here, the synchronicities. Good fortune as a result of your positive thoughts and actions. So I think this really ties in with accepting yourself and loving yourself, and also that confidence in striding out, and that improved communication, you guys. Again, this is more like an affirmations deck. It's not so much of an oracle deck, but I'm kind of finding that like reading it like an oracle deck is really fun. And it also kind of works in tandem, again, with the Portal Oracle deck. Peridot, joy, abundance, ooh, and renewal. So, going with, again, the serendipity, the essence, serendipity of jade, essence of pink amethyst, amplification of clear quartz. Ooh, that's why we are getting so many good cards, you guys. That's why we're getting so many similar cards. We've got the clear quartz in here. We're amplifying our self-love intentions. We're really feeling it. I'm gonna pull this one out. Oh, ha! And on the back was kunzite! So that one's another self-love card as well. I heal my heart through forgiveness and fill it with unconditional love. There's actually a kunzite card in the Portal Oracle deck as well. But yeah, again, like all the self-love, you guys, love yourselves, because I love you, God loves you, or whoever you believe in, or whatever you believe in, the divine loves you. Sometimes it doesn't always feel like it, but I'm sending you that love energy, that loving kindness and forgiveness. Maybe not I'm the one that needs, I don't need to be the one to forgive you guys. You need to be the one to forgive you guys. Nourishment, that's soul nourishment. Ignition. Yeah, I'm just really happy with what we're pulling today, you guys. This is a weekend of loving yourselves, so yeah. Dang. I'm still stunned. We pulled both pink amethysts. The cards are yelling at us. It's a sign, you guys. So, drink your water, maybe eat something really sweet and tasty, and maybe also good for you. Maybe eat some fruit. Take your meds when you want to. I know sometimes I don't want to do stuff like that, but take your meds What else? Maybe take a nap if you're not feeling quite rested enough, and just devote some time to you time this weekend. We're up here in our loving ourselves energy, and also clear and loving and open communication. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay sparkling, cameos! Okay, so I just looked at the bottom of the deck. Here's a little bonus. We got the Kyanite card. So we got both Kyanite cards. This one says, I'm outgoing and at ease when interacting with others. So I hope that this will be like a helpful little boost to you guys when you are working on your clear and loving communication next week. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.